Welcome to Pharmacy and Poisons Board online video tutorials. In today's video tutorial, we are going to look at how to apply for Indigenous Drugs Authorization permit for narcotics, psychotropics, and precursor. Now, this permit is open to anyone, either pharmacists, veterinarians, or other medical professionals. So once you log in, as usual, the normal way you log in, you go straight to the bottom of the screen and you see Dangerous Drugs Authorization Permit. It's at the bottom here. You click Dangerous Drugs Authorization Permit and it opens. And from here you can see apply for a DDA import trade permit. This is Dangerous Drugs Authorization, Narcotics, Psychotropic, or Precursor import permit. This part is also used to clear the permits for Ken trade. Now the first step you come here is you add the permit you want. Now we know that you have a UCR from Ken trade, which is a certain 12-digit character that you earned there. The year when you're importing it cannot change. Neither can you change the regime, which is an import here. Neither can you change the date, but you can change a permit type. At the moment, you only have one permit, which is narcotics, psychotropic, and precursors. We decided to make it very simple by just having one type of a permit. Should other permits arise, we shall add them. Then give us the full details of your exporter. Now, your exporter is where you are getting the drugs from. Let's assume your exporter is Neon Laboratories Limited, and you put the full names of the exporter, their full physical address, and all the details that help us understand who the exporter is and from the country where they're exporting. Now from this you have the full address of the exporter. Then give us the currency which you're using to trade. In this case you're using US dollars. Now there is extension and reason for extension. At the moment this is blocked. Normally it is used to ask for an extension of a permit, but at the moment we are not going to allow for extensions of permits. This one will be activated at a later date. Then from there you can't change your ID, that's one that's used in the entire system. You can't change the importer because it is you who is making the application. Then you can't also change the evaluation date because it's the date when the evaluation will be done, either approved, rejected, or queried. Then you can't also change the status because it's where we shall show you whether we have approved, rejected, or queried your application. Then the transport mode, you choose the transport mode which will come by, set by air if it's landing in an airport, road, rail, and sea. Now in this case, we expect you to use the transport mode depending on the first port of landing. If it's an airport, the mode of transport will be air. If it is coming by rail, let's assume you are entering through Tanzania or through Uganda, and the first entry point is a rail port, then it has come by rail. The same case for road, maybe you have come from Tanzania or Uganda, or maybe Ethiopia or Somalia. It means your first entry point will be through the road, so you push the road. Then sea, if you're using one of our sea ports, you can use the sea. In this case, you're using air. At that point, you put the port of entry. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Then amendment reason. This is where you want to amend a permit. Maybe it has expired or something, but at the moment this is not allowed. It still shows you cannot amend. So once you are through with that, you come and save. You can save and return, or save and edit, or save and renew, depending on how you want to do your applications. In this case, we are just saving and returning because we just wanted to make one application. You have to save and return so that you can come and review your permit again. Mine has come to permit 3 in order for us to add extra materials. So I come here and edit my permit, and upon editing my permit, I'll get an extra window where I'll put the import details. As you can see the top here, the permit has a number already, and I can see all the items of that permit. Now down here, I want to add special details. So I come and add special details. Now you can see the permit is still 425. Remember, the permit at the top here is also 425. Import regime 425, the year is 2017. And here it tells me ID is 425. Now I give the purpose of import. There is commercial and manufacture. For commercial, we charge 0.75% of F&B. For manufacture, there is no charge. So charge, I'll take commercial. Then I'll have a product. I can have a product that exists or a product that does not exist. If a product exists and is one of the items I want to import, like diazepam, I can pick a product. But what if it doesn't exist? Then at this point, I can come and choose a blank here. Once I put a blank, I come and put the product that I wanted to put and register or the donation. XYZ DDA, just a rough name. Then I come here and take the HS code that is appropriate to my drug here. Now there are many HS codes. I'll just pick one at random, okay, that covers my kind of product. I can just take any one of them. I'll take that. Then I'll attach a PVOC. This is a certificate of conformity, or PVOC if it's from the other side. Then you have a pro forma invoice if it is proposed, or commercial invoice if you have the final invoice. These ones I just click the normal attach, and I can attach any PDF that I want. Let me just use the same PDF again, which is just a permit and created before. Then I have to choose a manufacturing site or type a manufacturing site. In this case, I can type my manufacturing site, Neon manufacturing site. Manufacturing site. Then manufacturer could be the same, but I'm just using any. Country of manufacturer is India. Country of origin most likely is the same, India again. Country of supply, India. They don't have to be the same, they can actually be different. Then I can put my pack size, 8 times 20s, and then the main ingredient. I can put my main ingredient. Strength of main ingredient. In this case, I can put 300 mg per 5 ml. Quantity to be imported. Now, this way I'm going to put now the quantity to be imported. I can put something like 600. Then there's pure anhydrous substance. They are here, and you can see it as a conversion factor. Unit of measure, this is milligrams, micrograms. Sorry, this is milligrams. As you can see, I've already put a milligrams here. If it was a micrograms, I'd have put mcg. Then here I come and put microgram. Then calculate total quantity of pure anhydrous base content to be imported. Let me just put here something like, yeah, that's correct. Now this one, the calculated total quantity of anhydrous base content to be imported. This one is this conversion factor times a converted version of the dosage unit, which you convert, and then by the total amount of quantity you want to upload to import, and that's what now you put here. For example, I can put 10,000, assuming I've done my calculation, or let me put a more clear figure like 6,000. Then FOB unit is the total cost of all this. So for me, maybe the FOB for this was just $200. Remember, I said it is in dollars, so I put there in dollars. At this point, I can come and click Save and New to add an extra product. And we're going to do Save and New so that we can add another product so that I can be able to use that to demonstrate a non-commercial permit. So in this case, it is for manufacture. I'm going to get another product. Let me look for another good product that I can use. Let me use a product that I want to use that's not going to really so I want to get a good product just for demonstration purposes. So I'll just I think I'll just have to pick I just have to pick any product. I just have to pick any product. Let me just pick any for the time being. Okay, it's registered here. That one I assume it's registered. Then I can just pick any of those ones. I'll not attach anything for the time being. Neon, Taiwan, and just pick any country here. Just pick any countries. Pack size 8 times 12. Active ingredient. I'm just picking anything. Strength of active ingredient. Per ml. Quantity imported 300. This is MCG as I've put it up there. Then calculate the total quantity to be imported. I've done my calculations and it is 7,000, which is a guesswork anyway. Then the total cost is 450. Now here I can save and return. Now once I do that, as you can see, I have two products here. Now with these two products, I have two different FOB prices. One is 200, one is 450. Now note that one is a commercial product, the other one is not a commercial product. At this point, I can say I'm through with this permit. I can save and return. It's always good to save and return. Now at this point, I want now to go and confirm my details. Just refresh the page, refresh all the roads. I come down here. My permit is the last one here, and I can come now and view, confirm the details. I can view all my details and see it's correct. Once I'm satisfied it's okay, I click submit and close that window. Then now I can come and create now an invoice. For this step for confirmation is optional, but it's good to do it to verify. Then I can come now and create my invoice. Now when I create my invoice, it automatically creates for me a number here. Then at that point, I'll come now and pick the invoice that I created. Today is the 16th, so the permit I created for Neo is this one on 16th. Today, I'll click that permit. The amount, I can't change that. I can't change any of these dates. Then I click save and return. Now, if I refresh this page, reload the page, I'll reload the page. It will come and create for me my invoice, and I can see that my final invoice that I've created this morning is this one, 19,542. So I come here and view 19,542 is this one, which I've just created right now, and view the invoice. Now you'll see something very important here. Note in the invoice, it has invoiced me the commercial product, but has not invoiced me the manufacturer product. Sorry, I can see there's a small hitch here where it is not showing the product, but that one will be fixed. So it has invoiced me the the commercial invoice, and for that I've been given 1.5, and the manufacturer invoice has not been invoiced. So now I can print this one and proceed. So once I've done that, what do I do next? I've printed my invoice. Now, after that, it goes through a process of evaluation. Once it has been approved, it comes down here. At the point you have printed the invoice, now you can select a permit for printing. Now, if I view the permit here, the permit comes here, and I can also print this permit for on-once transmission and imports. I can also put a customs letter here to the Commission of Customs here in Nairobi, and I can also create another one for the importer that they will go to use elsewhere. And you can see all the details are properly put for you there. With that, you have created a permit, an import permit, and you can print and continue importing. Thank you very much.